morning, everyone. Welcome to Workstream 4, Disruptive Developers. We'll go ahead and get started. First off, this morning we have Moshe Maeir, who's going to tell us about Phone.do.
Good morning. First of all, I'm really happy to be here at I was going to say the Web Summit, but the TAD Summit, because it gives me a feeling like back 10, 12 years ago when we had this whole community with Von that was led by Jeff Pulver, and we went through the whole commercialization of voice over IP, which was a very interesting period. And I think now Alan and everybody else is building a similar community here with TAD Hack and TAD Summits, etc. So I was going to talk a little, but then I thought it'd just be better. Maybe I'll just get right into the product. So first of all, I'm going to show you a short video that sort of gives you a feeling of the user experience we're trying to create with Phone.do, and then we'll go on to a demo, and then we'll talk a little about how we're doing this.
John was finally moving into his new office, and his friend Eric came over to lend a hand. What was it you needed again?
John asked while attempting to balance the sofa with one hand while using the other to look up Rachel's number, who handles these kind of calls.
Unfortunately for John, he gets these kinds of calls all the time, and they're always inconvenient. Finally, having set up John's office, they can get to work. Or in Eric's case, relax. No problem, I'm sending you the files now. John looked at Eric, confused. How did you do that? Asked John. Here, take a look. Oh, a phone system. I've tried one before, but it's too complicated and expensive. Not Phone.do. Come on, give it a go. It's so easy to set up and manage. John signs up to Phone.do, linking all his colleagues and employees to their corresponding extensions. Is that it? How do I set it up on my phone? Asked John. You're done. It's already set up on your phone. It works on your computer, mobile, and desk phone. Try it. It's free. Phone.do. You'll love it.
When somebody comes to our website, our main objective is that he just starts using the system. So we don't want to have any complicated signups, and we don't want to request a credit card. We just want him to start. And the whole setup stage of the PBX is 3 stages. The first stage is how many extensions you need. So you pick your number of your extensions, which you can change later. And for some reason, the system thinks I'm in Los Angeles, but if I want a number, say, in New York, so I'll type in New York and pick out a number there. Now, what I'm doing now, I'm picking the main office number. And I'm also telling people that many businesses already have a number, but I'm telling them to wait with that because I don't want to put any friction into the process, and I just want them to go on. So I like this number because it's easy to remember. I'm picking this number for the main office number, and I go on to the second stage. The second stage, I put in the details of the employees. So, for instance, all I have to do is put in a name. I pick a department. We have preset departments. If you want, you can create a new one and add it. So I can put in, for instance, technical geniuses. Oops. Geniuses. So that would be my department. I put in my email. And I have to put in a mobile number because the mobile number, besides having the fact that it becomes an additional extension of the system, it's also how I identify users. and I'm going to set myself as an admin. Then I do the same thing with the second colleague. One second. And say I'm going to pick over here Chad. Can you come and work with us? Sure. Okay. I'm going to put you in sales and marketing. And what's your email?
Do chadwhart@gmail.com.
W-Hart.
Please, everyone in the audience, don't spam. I'm waiting for your phone number.
Okay, if you don't want to give your phone number, so I'm just going to put in a fake one. Let me, I don't know. Okay. I'm not going to make you an admin. Okay, I can keep on adding whatever, but that's enough to figure out. What happens is if you see each user now has an extension number and a direct number that goes to his extension. I can also change them, so now Chad will be number 1 and now I'll be number 2. And I go on to the last stage. Oh, so it's asking me to enter a street address because in the United States, for 911, you have to give some kind of address. So I'm going to put in an address. Which happens to be the real address of our office in New York. Oh, here it is, okay. And I go on to the last stage. There's some errors. What are the errors? Oh, I have to delete this one. Okay. Okay. Okay, now this is the last stage. Let me go back. For some reason, I deleted Chad too. Let me do that fast. Chad Hart, sales. Okay. Okay. Now, this is what we telecom people call IVR or auto-attendant or a welcome message. I can display it by person or by department. I can build, if you see it, it changes, the IVR changes based by person or by department. I can move them around and it will change. All I need to do is put in the company name. So say I'm going to call this the Deluxe Popcorn Shop because I like popcorn. And that's it, I'm done. So hi, you've reached the Deluxe Popcorn Shop. For Chad, dial 1. For Moshe, dial 2. And now the whole system is set up. So what did we do? We set up main office number. We set up direct numbers for each extension. We set up extension numbers. What you don't see in the background is also what we call smart voicemail for each extension and the main office. From our research, we found out what everybody already knows, that nobody uses voicemail. But we decided also that nobody wants to call and not get some kind of reaction, playback, or whatever. So I'm not going to go into it now, but we built something called Smart Voicemail, which has a different functionality, which we think people will use. Now, we say to the new user, click to try the system and see that it works.
Hi, you have reached Deluxe Popcorn Shop. If you know your extension number, please dial it now. For Chad Hart, dial 1. For Moshe Maeir, dial 2.
Should be down in the extension. Okay, not everything works on the demo. It worked 2 minutes ago. Basically, what it does is it called the office number that we had set up. And now when I press an extension number, it goes through to the extension number, which is now the mobile. All I know now is the mobile. I have yet to set up anything else. But it will go through the mobile of the extension. Let me try that one more.
Because you're number 2.
Deluxe Popcorn Shop.
No, but it should be
If you
done.
know your extension number, please.
What?
He's number 1 and you put a fake number.
No, it's smart.
Baby, get ready to have the hottest, most erotic encounter of
I don't know what that is. That was a fake number. Okay, so anyway, as you can see, okay, everybody done laughing? So as you can see, the system was set up in a minute, and it actually worked. You can now, after 3 minutes, you're able to receive calls as a business on your extension. Now, in order to actually use the system and make calls, so I'm not going to show the whole process, but whoever signed up received an email to activate, so you press the activation, and you also receive a link to download an application for your mobile. And of course, you also have a web phone, which is WebRTC based, and all you have to do is to log in is you put in your mobile number, and we send you a SMS message, you authenticate and you log in. So I've logged in, and I have here, it imports my contacts from Google. If you're on Google, we assume most small businesses are on Google, but we might be doing with Microsoft. It's very fast. I have something like 11,000 contacts and imports it 1, 2, 3. Now I can call from the system. I can make a phone call. For instance, when I was trying, I called somebody in the States and woke him up. So I'm gonna call now Nir, who's our PR guy in Israel, see if he's awake.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Hirschman.
Hi, Moshe.
Hi, talk nicely because there's a whole room of people listening to you.
Oh, that's great. That's great. That's just great.
So what do you think about the Phone.do system?
Well, I think it's just great. I think it's just great. The way that you can operate this system via the web, I think it's unprecedented. I haven't ever seen telephone system that you
Okay,
can
we
make
got
those
the idea,
kinds of,
we got the idea. And
all right.
thank you very much, and hopefully I'll see you on Sunday.
Thank you very much. You're welcome.
I
Bye-bye.
can also, Nir? Okay, well, he hung up. I can put him on hold or take him off hold. I guess he didn't hang up yet, so I can still do that. I could transfer his call to somebody else. I can mute myself. By pressing add, I can add somebody else to the call, etc. So it's basically, it's like, it has all the basic features of a phone system. And it was just, in 3 minutes, as you saw, I set up, and if I'm using the web and I didn't even download yet the application for the mobile, we're set to go. Now I'm going to tell you a little about what's behind this. So, yeah.
But out of time.
I'm out of time?
Yeah, give you another minute or so.
Okay. So, yeah, what time is it? Okay. Okay, so I'll just give you 2 minutes. Basically, what we did was, we've been in the hosted PBX business in a few countries for about 10 years. And a year ago, we decided we want to do something else. So we started this company, Phone.do, and like Werner said yesterday, what we did was, we took a couple of telecom engineers, a bunch of web designers and web developers, and we put together a system that's very easy to use and very easy to set up. And the second point, which we found is very important to really bring this into the new world, is to be in the open cloud, because basically what we found out was that all these hosted PBX systems are basically something that they took from the closet in the office and put in a data center. But out in the web, you have so much information. So our objective is, and that I didn't show yet, I have some other screens, but we're not going to take up your time. When somebody receives a call, I can bring all kinds of information into the call. So if, for instance, last night, I'm from Chicago, so the Chicago Bulls lost last night, and the guy's calling from Chicago, so I'll see on the call, I'll see also a screen with the news and the weather and the results of the sports last night in Chicago, and then I can get into the call. I can also connect it to information, to data on my internal systems. So to sum up, the way I see telephony moving from the hosted system to the web, it's not only a question of where I access the system, but it's also a question how I use all that information out on the web. And I think that's really the exciting part in the future, is how we're going to enrich the whole telephone experience, which is not only audio, and bring it to a place where a small business guy can really get an experience that will help him do business in a better way.
Thank you.